Hey, what's going on, you guys? Hey, welcome back to another episode of iTrek. Big shout out to everybody that is just tapped in, man. Huge shout out to everybody that made it to Saturday, man. If you woke up today, you are definitely blessed. Now, there's a lot happening at the World Cup, man. If you haven't noticed, we're definitely going to be taking a look at it. And of course, if this is your first time here, what we like to do is take a look at the most interesting and creepy videos from all around the internet and kind of evaluate for ourselves whether these are fact or fake. Before we jump into any of that, do me the biggest favor and hit that like button for me, hit that hype button, and subscribe if you're not a part of the iTrek fam. And let's go ahead and jump right into it.
The World Cup opening ceremony was very strange. Every single time they show you exactly what they are about, and this is no different. But maybe she's just a fan of triangles, right? Maybe that's all there is to this, right? Or maybe there is something more going on here, because why else would she be showing this right here? Why else would she be? I don't know. You tell me. Again, every single time. It doesn't matter the sporting event. It doesn't matter, for pretty much any of these major events. They always show you. Again, you tell me what is going on at the World Cup 2026 opening ceremony, because there are a lot of bizarre things definitely happening every single day. And you can add this to the list, especially when you even see stuff like this right here. I mean, come on, y'all. Come on. What does this have to do with soccer? I mean, come on. It's right there. But again, there's probably nothing to this at all. Again, it's just a shape. That's all that it is. What do you think about this?
Now, if you've been watching my channel long enough, you know that every single major sporting event has the same symbolism. It's the same people that are kind of putting this together. We know this, and this is a fact. But if you disagree, definitely tap in and let me know what you think.
How many species? Recent reports have said that there are perhaps 4 different alien species, Greys, Nordics. How many species are you aware of?
I certainly don't have the compendium. It's a continuum from corporeal, bipedal type life to, what I would consider like sentient plasmoid life. But there are several that the U.S. government is aware of. Yeah, I can't comment on the content of that program. I've discussed on my interview in Judicial Watch that was a National Security Council program, and the secrecy started in 1954 through an Eisenhower executive order that created that infrastructure.
They just played this card. So now they're getting ready to play this card. As soon as they cannot control us, they'll play this card. And then after that, they'll be able to better control us through this card. And when they're done with all of that, the final goal will be to play the last card, this card. It's all there.
Y'all, Trump put up more photos of him with more extraterrestrials during more opening World Cup games, and the internet is going crazy. So if you remember yesterday, during another drop of all the UFOs and ETs they put out there, on Twitter, he uploaded this and then immediately removed it. But that's not all. Other photos started to come and were immediately removed in other places, some even Reddit. And people run them through AI machines, and AI is saying these are legit. You see some where it looks like them and Trump in a war room. You see where it looks like they're in the Oval Office together. You see it looks like they're in other places talking to other officials. And that's not all. Also have leaked photos where it looks like you can see them with Putin and even Xi Jinping of China. So are they meeting with everybody? And why put them out during the opening ceremonies? What's the distraction here? These look like either the tall whites, Nordics, or Pleiadians. The Pleiadians are here to help us. They are my friends. I've been working with them for years. They've helped me so much in my life. So don't fear. Good things are coming no matter what's going on in the world.
This man has been standing for 12 years straight. Have you ever wondered what would happen if you stood up for 12 straight years without ever sitting down? Well, don't worry, this guy did it, so you don't have to. And I came across this video on the internet today. At first I was very confused because the video had no context with it. All you see is this man right here rubbing some type of ointment on this guy who is standing up. And you can tell the man obviously has something wrong with his feet, as they're a whole different color than the rest of his body. The man honestly just looks unhappy and like he's in a lot of pain. He's quite literally just leaning up against this board right here. So this is when I decided to do some research, and I found out that this man has been standing like this for 12 years. Apparently, as the story goes, this man dropped out of college to pursue a more religious lifestyle. And in doing this, he vowed to stand up forever. According to his religious beliefs, this will eventually lead him to see his Hindu god. And apparently for the last 12 years straight, he has not sat down nor left his feet. He even sleeps leaning against this board just like this.
The USA World Cup opening ceremony, guys, is wild. People are saying that this looks like America's underwater, and I don't believe that, guys. They just happen to make it blue. Let's not forget, we are surrounded by water, and those red lines, I don't know, that was part of the design. Not sure what Hollywood has to do with this, but something is going on at the World Cup, guys. This is what people are saying, and I'm not sure why they would even say this. I mean, check out the view. It's nice. A lot of people were there. It was real busy. It was real occupied, guys. Not sure what is this about, but it seems to be about the World Cup, guys. This is the USA World Cup opening ceremony. Not sure what this is, but it looks very interesting, and we are trying to figure out what this is. But I don't know anything. This is what people are saying. Let's not forget that, guys. Shh! Shut up! I don't know. All I know is that I'm watching the show. Something is up at the World Cup. That's all I know. And FIFA sounds a little bit like fee. I don't know, guys. This is what people are saying. I'm not sure why they're ever saying anything like that. But of course, guys, entertainment purposes only. Go watch the World Cup. I'm watching it right now. Official, guys. The performance off the chains. Good job. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think, because I don't know what to think anymore. I'm out.
They say that they just found a gray alien hiding inside of a cave. Now I'm going to slow it down and zoom in so you can see it. And let me know in the comments what you think.
You are now officially in the future. Cop stops you, nothing new. But look at that right there. Let me zoom in for you. That is a drone backing up a cop. Again, a drone backing up a cop. We are officially in the future.
Right now, about 500 legally dead people are stored in liquid nitrogen in facilities in Michigan and Arizona, waiting to be brought back from the dead. Let's talk about it. This is made possible by a technology called vitrification. Your body is about 60% water, and when water freezes, it expands into ice crystals that shred cell membranes. So vitrification replaces the water with chemicals called cryoprotectants, which are basically antifreeze, and cools the body so fast that the solution skips freezing and becomes a glass-like solid. Now, at a small scale, this works really well. Last year, a baby was born to a couple in Ohio from an embryo that was vitrified in 1994, over 30 years frozen. The hard part is scaling it up. Cryoprotectants are toxic at high concentrations, and the blood-brain barrier blocks them from reaching brain tissue evenly. But advancements are still being made. In March of this year, a team led by Alexander German vitrified slices of adult mouse brain and then rewarmed it back up, and the hippocampus, which is the brain's region for memory, still worked. And that was the first time that anyone has ever brought back brain function from full cryogenic shutdown. Companies like the Alcor Life Extension Foundation in Scottsdale or the Cryonics Institute in Michigan have been preserving people since 1967. And the hope is that in the future, we can build technology to bring these people back.
What if someone found a giant computer chip hidden deep inside the Amazon rainforest? At first, I thought this image was fake. A massive dark shape in the middle of the forest, covered with patterns that look exactly like a computer microchip. So I opened Google Earth. I zoomed into Brazil and started exploring the endless rainforest. Miles of trees, rivers, nothing unusual. Then I spotted a river cutting through the jungle. And nearby, I found it. The same dark area from the first image. A strange geometric shape hidden among the trees. It didn't look natural. It didn't look like a lake. And it definitely didn't look like anything you'd expect to find in the middle of the Amazon. So what is it? A satellite glitch? A secret facility? Or something much older, buried beneath the forest? Because if this really is just an error on the map, Why does it look so much like a giant computer chip?
Oh, look, Warwick Davis as a leprechaun. He is flying. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Legend.
Minding our own business, and there's like this little, what? It's just floating around. What is this? What is this? I don't understand. I'm trying to see if it has a face. I thought it was one of those inchworm things, but like looking close up, it looks very weird. Okay, buddy.
That might quite possibly be the most clearest video of an orb I've ever seen, like right up close and personal. It was shifting around. Definitely tap in and let me know what you think.
If the prediction that Brazilian psychic made is true about what's going to happen on June 24th in Miami at a large sporting event, then they ain't playing fair. So there's a psychic from Brazil that has been accurate with a lot of her predictions. She said that this June at a large sporting event in Miami, a mothership will appear. And this said mothership will take 700 people. You heard what I just said? The psychic predicted that a mothership will appear at a large sporting event, and you know which large sporting event is happening on June 24th in Miami. And when that mothership appears, it will leave with 700 people. She's saying that this is the moment right here where people will be disclosed about aliens, about UFOs, about interdimensional beings. Now, I need y'all to do your own research. But what month is this? And what movie comes out this month on June 12th? Now, I also need you to know, and this is for entertainment purposes only. This is for educational purposes only. But if you go down the rabbit hole and see all of the things that's been happening in Brazil, I'm not going to put the videos here, but you can search the videos. They have been seeing UFOs. There have been numerous UFO sightings in Brazil. You have videos of quote-unquote motherships. You have videos where people are claiming that they saw UAPs. My thing is, this lady has been accurate about a lot of things. And she claims that when these interdimensional beings come, we will watch at least 700 people go up into the sky. But I'm not saying it's going to happen. All I'm saying is we may just have to wait and see. Pay attention.
Alrighty, y'all. So let me show you. This kind of happens here, like constantly. As you can see, a floating branch or piece of a creosote, or I don't even know what this one is. So I think it's a piece of one of these right here. They're creosotes. They're all over the desert, but this kind of happens all the time, like all the time. And I believe, I don't know the science behind it, but I believe it has something to do with the hot and cold air. Kind of just keeps it up like helium, basically. But yeah, as you can see, it's just a floating little piece. This one's about, I don't know, 8 foot in the air. Yeah, so kind of interesting. Kind of cool to see. If you're able to reach it, you could kind of like push on it, and it kind of has some like resistance, and it kind of just floats up and down. As the dust devils hit, they'll go up higher, and then they'll kind of just, kind of stay there. But yeah, it has something to do with cold and hot air, I believe, just kind of keeping these at float. It's very interesting.
After the floating branch in a Texas man's backyard suddenly disappeared, the story took an even stranger turn. Now he claims the same spot may have opened some kind of cross-dimensional wormhole. The man first went viral after saying he saw a tree branch floating in the air behind his house. It was not connected to a tree, wire, roof, or spider web. He also claimed rocks passed through it, and the branch vanished right before local media was supposed to come and film it. But the next day, he kept watching the exact place where the branch had been. He said the air there looked slightly twisted, like something was not normal. To test it, he threw a baseball toward the spot. According to him, the baseball suddenly stopped in midair right where the branch had been. It did not fall, spin, or move. It just stayed there, floating without anything holding it. Of course, many people still accused him of faking everything. Some said it was just a spider web again, so they told him to shine a strong flashlight and a UV light around the baseball at night. He did it, And viewers were shocked because nothing appeared around the ball. The man now says he has rejected the media interview. He claims he is worried the story will get too big and someone in black suits may show up at his door. What do you think?
I mean, if he's worried about the story getting too big, he probably should have never posted it on the internet. But anyways, I've been in every climate, you know, the hottest of the hot, the coldest of the cold, and I've never seen anything quite like that. If you have, definitely tap in and let me know if you've experienced floating branches or anything like that.
Finley's shadow. Okay. Turn to the side. Turn to the side more. Look at me. Why? What is happening? I don't get it. Are you an alien?
Yeah. Hey, E.T. needs to go ahead and phone home.
Mr. Gruss testified under penalty of perjury in an open congressional hearing. While under oath, he spoke about an ultra-secret crash retrieval program and stated that some craft contained specimens or pilots, which he called non-human biologics. The potential existence of another living, intelligent, advanced species has more implications for humanity than the recovery of technological hardware. Now, the conversation needs to shift again, with more of a focus on biology and less on technology. Unlike legitimate national security concerns that require us to keep advanced technologies of non-human origin secret, that justification should not apply to biological evidence. Knowledge of the existence of another life form, studied and documented by qualified experts, should not be considered a threat to national security. By what authority can any institution withhold confirmation of what may be the most consequential scientific discovery in human history?
Yeah, look how many people it's showing right
And look
here.
at the bike.
It's only one person right here. Haley. It's showing about 7 different people right here. And a bike.
And I'm booted up with the word of God.
Booted the fuck up. Girl. It's crazy.
This is one of the most debated Bigfoot videos ever. Filmed near Provo Canyon in 2012, a group captured this strange figure walking upright in the middle of the woods. People are convinced that it could be the real deal due to how massive the creature is. Comment your thoughts.
28 girls hospitalized after using the Ouija board. Now, these girls were vomiting, fainting, having seizure-like episodes. All of these things happen after using the Ouija board. Now, I did a story on this 2 years ago, and there was another recent story about people using the Ouija boards, kids using the Ouija board at a slumber party and having to be going to the hospital. Now, this is not an ER visit. Hospitalized means that you are admitted into the hospital, and that's severe. Well, these girls were playing and they ended up going home afterwards. This wasn't at the actual event, and all having different events. One of them were vomiting so much that they were dehydrated and had to be hospitalized. Fainting. These things happen. Ouija board is not a game. Mattel should not be selling these things. This is inviting demons into your home, and there's lots of stories. If you guys want to comment and leave your story about what happened to you, I never played with it. I always kind of stood in the background and watched because I knew my parents taught me better. But share in the comments what happened to you, because this is serious.
There's a crazy theory that connects The Matrix and Boys in the Hood into the same universe. According to this theory, after Trey leaves for college, Furious Styles starts to realize that his message about ownership, discipline, and keeping the neighborhood together was not enough to change the system around him. If you're familiar with Boys and the Hood, then you know Furious was already a deep thinker. He was an independent financial advisor who constantly spoke about money, control, and how people were trapped by the environment they lived in. Believers of this theory claim that Furious eventually worked his way out of Los Angeles and became successful. After leaving the hood, he started looking at the world from a bigger perspective. His thoughts were no longer just about South Central. He began questioning the entire system and why people accepted a reality that kept them controlled. Around the mid-90s, fans believe Furious became interested in computers. technology, and hidden systems of power. Since he already had a philosophical mind, he eventually discovered that the world itself was not what it seemed. That search led him to Zion, where he learned the truth and took on a new name, Morpheus. In this theory, Furious did not disappear after helping Trey escape the streets. He became the man who would later help others escape the Matrix.
Boys in the Hood and The Matrix, definitely my top 5 favorite movies of all time. Now, if they did make a movie that brought the narrative together and the storyline the way he explained it, I'm pretty sure that's a box office hit. I mean, it made all the sense to me.
I have some phenomenal UFO footage for you, and you're going to want to watch this video in full. This comes out of Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, captured by a witness by the name of Alan Aguilar on June 7th, 2026. She and her husband were outside when they saw what they thought was initially a Ferris wheel in the distance. But the thing is, this was no Ferris wheel, and they have confirmed that there were no drone shows, no sporting events, no concerts, no light shows scheduled for that night or even that weekend. There shouldn't have been anything out there. But then this thing seems to transform into almost like a triangular UFO. But the question everybody is asking, what was it doing? Take a look at this footage, comment below, let us know what you think.
People are saying the sun is different. Look, we live at Smith Mountain Lake. I want to show you something. I've got this Coke I've got this right here, half full. I'm going to set it on this tractor for 1 week in the sun, and I'll be back. Today is June 3rd, and I'm setting it right here. Right there it is. I'll be back in a week. All right, so today is June 10th. Now I want you to look at this. 1 week's time. That was Coke. And look at the label. So it was sitting like that right there with that exposed to the sun. Look at that. And look at the Coke. 1 week in our sun at Smith Mountain Lake.
Hey, now how much you want to bet that's not Coca-Cola?
Yo, she's eating raw chicken. Oh, what the f***? What the fuck?
Is the blue cat over there still here?
I don't know.
Oh.
Is that good?
What?
Does that taste good?
Tastes delicious.
It's delicious? Okay. What the fuck?
What would happen if Earth actually was flat? Would we fall off? Would we spin into the edge? It's even weirder than you think, because for a sphere, gravity pulls in the same direction from all points on the surface. But for a disc-shaped Earth, gravity depends on where you're standing. In the center, gravity pulls you down, but as you walk toward the edges, gravity pulls you down and sideways. And the consequences of that, well, all the ocean water would be pulled toward the center, trees would grow diagonally to fight against gravity, and it would be near impossible to reach the outer edges of the Earth because this sideways gravity would make it feel like climbing a never-ending mountain. And on top of that, our flattened Earth has no internal layers, and it's the movement of our molten liquid core that causes our magnetic field. So without it, we're just getting cooked by cosmic radiation. And depending on our orientation, there would be only day or only night. And lunar eclipses look like this. So if Earth was flat, we'd be cooking on a space pan with no escape. To find out how scientists know what's really inside the Earth, follow along.
Did this woman accidentally prove she's an alien?
Information has come out about the P-52s, which are supposedly future human beings. First and foremost, more detailed images have come out, which I believe really shows how much I don't look like P-52. But let's get into some of the physical attributes of P-52. Reflective eyes in darker environments, which I do not have. Whoa. Based on the fact that I am a human being. Abnormally tall.
She's pretty tall.
Clearly, I am very normal height. Unusually large hands. Abnormally long wingspan. That is normal.
That's not normal.
Everyone can do that. Abnormally long legs. I don't know about you, but those legs look pretty normal length to me. P-52 has abilities such as telepathy and telekinesis, which I clearly cannot do.
Look at the paper.
As I am a human being.
It makes it spin. I don't know how.
Without touching it. Okay, I can. They also have a high IQ, which I guess explains the forehead. I obviously have a very normal-sized forehead and a very average IQ.
So her IQ
anyway,
is
guys,
130, which
as
is
I always say,
above average. Whoa, stay weird, yo.
Hey, that's an alien. We're not arguing about it.
Everybody keeps talking about the streets in LA. Got a problem out here. The streets in LA got a problem. The streets in LA are fine. Just a very dark pit that goes on for a very, very long time. The streets are fine because that's there, and nothing bad will happen. The streets are fine.
The woman who invented LASIK laser eye surgery still wears glasses herself. She refuses to laser her own eyes. She literally won a Nobel Prize for this work. And she is now saying, nobody is putting laser in my eyes. So what does she know that we don't? Send this to someone that's considering LASIK eye surgery. Let's talk about how this works. In your eyes, there's something called opsins. These are light-sensitive receptors that don't just help you see. They control things like hunger, your sleep cycle, and even your mood. So when you blast your eyes with high-power lasers, you're risking damaging these opsins permanently. Now your circadian rhythm gets wrecked, you start sleeping poorly, your hormones drop, and your hunger cues get completely messed up. And we still don't fully understand the roles that these light-sensitive cells play in the body, but they can control a lot more than just your vision. So if the person that created laser vision won't touch LASIK, then why would you?
Himalayan salt might be petrified Nephilim giant meat. Look at that. That looks like beef. Chopped beef. Look. This looks like the inside of someone's body. That looks like flesh. Okay? This is in the Himalayas, or the Himalayan salt mines. They're not exactly in the Himalayan mountains. It's like 180 miles out. Alexander the Great discovered this allegedly in 320 BC. But this looks like someone's body. The inside of someone's body. Packed with all the nutrients and minerals that you need. Bro, in the Bible it talks about giants. The book of Enoch talks about titans. 300-400 foot tall giants walking around. And they got petrified. They got turned into stone. And the evidence of these people are all over. Hold on, I'll come back to this. Look at this guy, frozen in time. Huge titan, right here. This is one of the most well-preserved titans that are petrified. There's another angle right there. Petrified elephants. Look at that. That's an elephant. More faces. More faces in nature. Sorry, this one's a little graphic, but they got petrified when they were doing...
Just in case you ever come face to face with one of those, there's some things you should know. That was a red kangaroo. Now there's a lot of kangaroos, but these ones are the ones that look like they can fold you like a pretzel. And they probably could. They get up to 6.5 feet tall and almost 200 pounds. And they have so many ways to turn you past tense, it's not even funny. First off, they have a 975 pound bite force, which is equivalent to a lion. They can also balance on their tail and kick the soul out of you with 800 pounds of pressure. But I wouldn't worry about the pressure. I would worry about the surgical tools that they have attached to their feet. They can literally make your insides become your outsides. It's happened before. Oh, and if you find yourself in water with them, let's just hope you have good lungs. They are excellent swimmers, and they know that we are not. So they might just bait you into the water so that they can baptize you until you see the light. And there's nothing you could do. These things are like negative 10% body fat. Moral of the story, we've all thought about fighting a kangaroo. Just don't think about fighting this one. And as always, follow for more facts.
You ready for this? This is an image that somebody took when they were driving down the road and saw a small entity running across the street. And that is what they took an image of. No, they did not get a video. This is what we have to go off of. That is incredibly creepy. I'm going to bring it back up, and I will zoom in for you. That is incredibly creepy. It looks like a small little alien, very humanoid looking.
What's up,
America, Walmart digital price tag update. So Walmart has announced by the end of this year, 2026, all 4,500 Walmarts will be shifting over to digital price tags. And that also means that Walmart will be involved in surge pricing, and more stores are starting to do this. So if you're unaware, digital price tags allow Walmart and other companies to slightly raise and lower prices depending on when you're shopping. When there's a lot of people in the store, they will slightly raise prices, and when there's nobody there, they'll drop them back to normal again. This is being done in order to maximize profit, because even a couple of cents here and there across the board with millions of people means lots of money. But with these digital price tags, they've also announced facial recognition technology to watch your face, and also emotional recognition technology. Yes, that is correct. Emotional recognition technology. So for instance, if you go down the cereal aisle and your kids start jumping and are super happy about a specific type of cereal, Walmart will see their emotion and they'll slightly raise prices because you like it. So yes, not just digital ID, coupled with facial recognition and emotional recognition. That's where Walmart is headed. But don't worry, it'll be all stores coming up.
So what's to stop people from walking around acting like they don't want any of it, right? You think that people won't start to manipulate these prices and this facial recognition? I'm pretty sure that's next. People walking around with disgust on their face with everything that they buy.
So it's a creature that is not alive nor dead, but is in a consistent state of limbo where its only existence beyond the void is to play Doom. These scientists have apparently created a brain goop jar of human cells that can play Doom, and when it finishes Doom, it can go back into the void and disappear. You literally can't call it alive and you can't call it dead, but they're neurons on a petri dish. If the neurons fire in a specific pattern, Doom Guy shoots. If they fire in another pattern, he moves right, and so on. This is from Cortical Labs. It's from an adult donor's skin and blood cells. It's called a biocomputer that is wired to a petri dish with electrical signals that can shoot in the Doom game.
Europe, check it out, family. Man, I told y'all the veil is gone. It's Nathan there, Nathaniels. Now we got someone catching this ultra instinct god-looking fish. Man, shit is crazy, man. On Phone Gray, y'all let me know what y'all think about this.
I'm telling y'all, Donald Trump is a Tartarian descendant. Take a look at his son, Barron Trump. And this is a year old, and it's just now going viral. He is 6'7" at the age of just 17. The Tartarian Empire is shrouded in mystery. Nobody really knows what happened to them. So some believe they could be thousands of years old. If not, they never even existed. But in this video, I'm going to show you proof that the Tartarian Empire actually did run much longer than anybody realized. And the theory that Trump actually does descend from the Tartarian Empire may not be so far-fetched after all. Let's start with this image that depicts the flags of all nations. It's allegedly a picture from an encyclopedia from 1865. You can see here, it even has a pirate's flag of nations. So pirates were actually represented as a nation as late as 1865. And what's odd is that's basically all I could find out about this image. There really isn't much information out there on it. It was authenticated as being
Juice WRLD's Instagram, verified, 10.2 million followers. Scroll down. Post with the private jet in it. The tail number is N999EH. Go to flight track N99EH. Landed in Nassau, Bahamas on Sunday, December 8th at 3:46 p.m., not Chicago where he supposedly died. And if you go to his past flights, he has not been in Chicago the past week, not even the past fucking month. He left Melbourne because he had a tour in Australia at 9:55 a.m. on December 8th, landed in Shreveport, Louisiana at 10:59 a.m., took off from Shreveport at 12:39 and landed in Nassau at 3:46 p.m. on Sunday, December 8th, 2019.
At first glance, it just looks like a picture. Just a blurry picture somebody took at night. You see that little thing right there in the middle of the screen off to the left? Well, let me zoom in for you. How does that make you feel? Does that look real? I think it's real.
Do you know what the hitchhiker effect is? No. So at Skinwalker Ranch, the investigators coming onto that ranch, when they left and they went home, they took those entities home with them. And the entities didn't ever bother the scientists. They bothered the relatives, the wives. They did spooky things. They'd come around, show up in the home, chase the around in the yard.
What kind of entities?
A variety of things. Sometimes orbs, sometimes silhouettes of people, but things that never happened before happened after these scientists went home.
I went to Skinwalker Ranch with my friend Duncan, and we talked to a bunch of people there. And, you know, some of them were just clearly full of, but there was this one guy who was not. And he didn't have a lot of stories, but he said there was this one experience that he had where these orbs made it into his house. And this orb flew through his wall, was inside of his home, and it seemed like it was interacting with him. And then it was like paused, frozen in front of him, and then took off. This guy seemed like a completely rational, regular guy. He, like I said, he didn't have a bunch of crazy stories about other things. I forget what his job was, but it was a regular job, regular guy. Seemed totally normal to talk to. But he said he had this one inexplicable experience. He said it was very strange. He said this thing just flew into his home. He said it was like, I think he said it was like the size of a softball, maybe a little larger. And it seemed like it was interacting with him.
There are two lines of reality in the world. In one reality, you are believing everything that they tell you, and you can't understand why things are so crazy. Those people who want to live in that denial, they are being battered by experience, they are being battered by information, they are being battered by consciousness, and they are seeing all of these things come in to their reality, whether they like it or not. Those of us in the truth community say, we don't understand why people can't conceptualize such simple things. This is simple information. Why can't you understand something that's so easy? Please try to have more compassion for these people who are suffering and understand that it has nothing to do with the simplicity of the concept. The concept is very simple. Very evil people are running the planet and want to kill you. And they're trying to do that, and they're aggressively pursuing this goal right now. Anyone could theoretically be a philosopher and say, well, I don't believe this, and it makes me scared, and it makes me feel unsafe. But hypothetically, theoretically, maybe perhaps just in case, what if it's real? Your maturation is the awakening that you are in a hero's journey, that there is a huge villain, and you better get off your ass and fight him before he kills you. That's what's so hard to understand. The alchemy of the galaxy, the alchemy of Jesus Christ, is that you will become like him. John 14:12. As I do these things, so shall you do them, and greater things. So when we're looking at the possibility of liberating ourselves from the suffering that so many people have, it ultimately comes with the understanding that you cannot die. You cannot die. You are not threatened by anything. You have nothing to worry about. And this whole entire world, as traditional as it seems to be, is actually a reality construct. It's not real. It's an illusory reality. That's the awakening. That's why people have a hard time seeing something that, oh, it's so simple. Why can't they see it? It's such an easy thing to understand. No, it's a paradigm shift. It's coming to realize that everything you ever thought was true in your life is a freaking lie. You were lied to about every single thing. There are satanic communities where everybody's in on it, and they have mind control where you don't know they did anything. And they do it so well that you can't remember that they did anything. Hypnosis is a lot scarier than I thought, and it's been used a lot more than I thought, and so many victims are not aware that anything ever even happened to them. I have a personal stake in getting rid of these things because they abused me, and I am not happy about it.
So Brazil just dropped this picture.
That's coming from the Brazilian government. You can find it on the Sion National Archive, SIAN, I believe. Yeah, so they kind of had their own little UFO files drop, kind of nuts, and we're just expected to keep scrolling. I wonder if I'm going to hear any of those people who say UFOs only happen in America. Crickets. Guarantee you crickets. What do you guys think?
One of the biggest tricks of the 3D experience is the false belief that the most logical path is always the right one. But the truth is, humans are naturally not 100% logical creatures, and we should not pretend like we are. Rather, you should prioritize the path that your heart tells you to take, and your ego should only serve as a tool that serves the heart. Your heart is a powerful miracle generator when you are properly aligned with it. Living solely by logic might look good on paper, but it will ultimately cut you off from fulfillment, deeper spiritual purpose, and true magic. When you surrender the need to have everything logically figured out, you open yourself up to the creative guidance of your higher self. Let your heart dictate the vision and let your ego handle the earthly details.
Steven Spielberg claimed his new movie Disclosure Day will make Christians second-guess their religion, and the statement is now causing panic online. The movie, which is said to release on Friday, June 12, focuses on UFOs, aliens, and what looks like a major government disclosure event. In the trailer, news coverage is interrupted as people warn that they are coming and that the event could change the entire world order. What makes people even more uneasy is the timing. Just a few months ago, the government reportedly released files related to aliens and UFOs. Now, Spielberg is releasing a movie about the same topic, which has led many people online to question whether there is a connection. Some creators are saying Disclosure Day feels less like a normal alien movie and more like a preparation film. They believe the public is being slowly introduced to something bigger. Early reactions have only made the rumors grow. Some viewers claim the movie is extremely scary, while others say the aliens look too realistic. One person even claimed he felt like something was following him after leaving the theater. Some people think this is only smart marketing. Others believe the timing, the subject, and Spielberg's alleged religion comment feel too strange to ignore. What do you think?
Steven Spielberg dropping this movie now is not a coincidence. But why he thinks Christians will feel a type of way, I'm not too sure, because even in the Bible it says God created a bunch of different type of creatures. So it's not really anything new.
Guys, I think we found a finger, like, in this hole. Oh.
Yeah, I still don't want it.
Hey, I'm home.
Okay.
Hey, I'm home.
Wait, what? I just heard you say that like a minute ago.
No, I just got here.
But I heard you, I swear I heard you, and I even answered.
Who here remembers the movie Leave the World Behind that came out in 2023 starring Julia Roberts? Do you remember that scene where the son goes out into the woods and gets bitten by a tick? And then all of a sudden these frequencies start playing and he starts losing all of his teeth? Why is it that there's an abundance of ticks being just showing up everywhere all across the country? Ticks like people have never seen before. And why is it that 300 people in Coachella Valley are hearing voices in their heads? Or that a lot of people have claimed to be hearing voices in their heads telling them to kill themselves? Frequency. It's the frequencies. The best way to combat this is to detox from heavy metals. I'm not trying to fear-monger you, but pay attention. Pay attention to your thoughts. Are they even yours? Or what's going on? Because it feels like this movie came out a couple years ago and it's sort of setting up the stage of what's happening now. I just thought about this today. I was like, wait a second. The son gets bitten by a tick. And like, it just clicked. Detoxing from heavy metals is crucial because the more heavy metals you have in your body, the more susceptible you are to frequencies.
After watching this video, you are never going to look at your expiration dates or best buy dates the same way ever again, because this is a crazy rabbit hole I did not expect to ever find myself upon. So the best buy date has no federal standardization. There's no best buy like standard practice thing. It's a whim, it's a taste, it's a texture, it's a nana. So people are throwing out millions and millions of things, of goods, of foods per year that are past their best buy date but aren't actually bad. And you can imagine the benefit to Nestle or PepsiCo or one of these major corporations when people throw out a half gallon of milk because it's past the best buy date, but it's not actually spoiled. Now, this also extends to pharmaceuticals, by the way, because does antibiotics really expire? Like, people are wondering if it's about just going to have to buy a new one. If you think that's a stretch, There is literally best before dates and expiration dates on honey. Honey is the only food that never goes bad. If it's real honey, of course. The corn syrup, but even the corn syrup, fake honey, Billy Bee honey, the Chinese honey that's mixed with corn syrup, it doesn't really go bad, does it? It's bad from the beginning, but my point is, that's shocking. There's expiration dates on pink salt. Pink salt, which is either, on one hand, millions and millions and millions and millions of years old of an ancient ocean that dried up, or a several thousand-year-old petrified giant. Either way, it's thousands of years old minimum. I know you guys are laughing. So it's not about to go bad. Now, of course, food goes bad, but usually your own senses, smell, maybe not always taste, you might not want to taste it, and touch, and sight, it should be all you need. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and follow for more.
Listen to this and tell me if you hear a kid running around inside my attic. You hear that? Things have been quiet for like weeks now, and then all of a sudden it's just a ruckus in the attic, like constant. Listen. Isn't that wild? It sounds like a kid is running around up there. And I promise I do not have a child in my attic. It's just crazy. Yeah, things have been really quiet lately. I thought maybe it had all stopped. That's why I haven't been posting. But I guess we're back with a vengeance in 2026.
Look at this.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Thank you. Let's be relaxed because we've got a really, really long day tomorrow. Today was cake.
Is that not a fucking orb or what?
Pour me a shot, please. Oh, freaking out. You can't do that. Yes, at this point, I fucking have to do that, all right? I fucking have to.
Somebody needs to supervise orchids because what is this? It is called the naked man orchid. It resembles a tiny little man wearing a tiny little hat. Historically, Italian men believed that eating them would increase their male fertility. Monkey face orchids are found in Ecuador and Peru. They're part of the Dracula orchid genus. Ballerina orchids have petals that look like a dancer wearing a tutu. They are critically endangered because their homes have been cleared out for agriculture. Bumblebee orchids mimic female bees. They are very sneaky and very deceptive. They trick male bees into trying to mate with them for pollination. Flying duck orchids are also deceptive for pollination reasons. When an insect lands on it, the duck head snaps down and traps it. After the job is done, it'll let the insect go so the insect can repeat its past mistakes. Dove orchid looks like there's a tiny white dove trapped inside. Smells like beer. Is the national flower of Panama. Swaddled baby orchid, also from South America, looks like a baby wrapped in a blanket. These smell like cinnamon. And fly orchids, they are just like bumblebee orchids. They trick male insects into trying to mate with them, except they attract wasps, not flies, because of the pheromones they project. And this concludes my presentation on why orchids are nature's cosplay community. Thank you.
Bill Gates has admitted that Jeffrey Epstein knew painful details about his private life and tried to use them against him after the billionaire cut off contact with the sex offender. The Microsoft billionaire told Congress that Epstein became aware he had been unfaithful during his marriage to Melinda Gates. Gates claimed that Epstein tried to use the information to pull him back into their relationship after he had ended contact. Gates said Epstein used the affairs, in addition to many lies that he layered on top, in an effort to pressure him, but that he was unsuccessful in his efforts. The billionaire told lawmakers he first met Jeffrey Epstein in 2011 after the financier claimed he could help raise billions for global public health work. Epstein was already a registrar at the time, after pleading guilty in Florida in 2008 to soliciting. Gates has not been accused of any wrongdoing.
Well, you guys see, that's another one in the books, man. Hey, I appreciate you guys for always stopping by, watching, and learning with me. If you haven't already, do me the biggest favor and hit that like button for me, hit that subscribe button, and hype. And it helps the channel and this video out a whole lot, and I will definitely catch you on the next one.